Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Snack. That's another episode tonight, where we take our chefs into our shows and show us what they do in their kitchen. And tonight, I can tell you right now, I'm as nervous as it can be. I want to start. Thank you, Dany, the other Dany from Craving Halifax. It wasn't her to introduce her to me at one of my special dinner. I wouldn't know these amazing chefs. Since I met her, I follow her Instagram. I seen those talent, and how I describe her myself is we are chefs. We do plates, food, whatever we do, and I think she's doing art. I believe she had one of the most beautiful Instagram account you can ever seen, and every picture she posts is an art piece to me. And without going any further, he is honorable, so honored to have her, Chef Dany Duguay. Hi, Chef.
Hello. What an intro.
Well, I'm just come from my heart. That's how I felt.
Such kind.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
So good to have you. I'm a big fan, and like I said, your artwork. I see. I keep calling her food artwork, right? Like this is how I feel. All those art that she posts up, and every time I look at her accounts, like, wow, how is she gonna make those food look so good, which I couldn't? And
Well,
I feel so little looking at those pictures. Why would I never can create pictures like that? So hopefully you'll show me how someday.
you got
So
it.
back to the topic. What are we cooking tonight in your kitchen?
All right. That's the point, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be making lamb dan hand pies in
Uh-huh.
a Jamaican patty style pastry, and I'm going to serve it with chimichurri.
Oh, I think she just tried to show me up now with all those Asian influence stuff tonight, and
Hey,
I
I was
can tell you,
a
I'm
little
I'm,
influenced.
I'm gonna find a right towel already. Where is it? All right.
Yeah, so yeah, this is kind of inspired by I went to one of Chef Ivan's course dinners and he served dan noodles then, and I thought that this would be perfect for the show tonight.
Oh, geez, what an honor. I see Chef Alant, the cutest chef himself, is watching. I see Denny is watching.
Oh, hi, Danny.
And Chef Andrew just joined us. And there's a lot of top chefs from the province watching. Okay, I better behave, do I?
All right, I feel honored to have such a great audience. So I'm going to get started on some steps here since there's a few of them to get done.
Uh-huh.
I've done a lot of stuff in advance so that because Chef Ivan and I are both chatty, so I made sure we were prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I
have
hope it's good, Chatty.
uh, a Jamaican patty style dough here. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar to like your classic style pie dough. Flour, sugar, salt, cut in some butter and shortening,
Mm-hmm.
add some cold water. The difference with this is that there's some curry powder and some turmeric in it for color
And
and a little
turmeric.
bit of extra flavor.
A lot of people doesn't realize turmeric is actually really good for your health.
It is really good for your health and it's delicious too.
Mm-hmm.
Turmeric lattes are one of my favorite drinks and the best ones at Cafe Good Luck. Theirs is absolutely delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just rolling out the pie dough or the patty dough to about a 1/4 inch thickness. Don't want it too thick or too thin because it's got to hold the filling in place. And then I couldn't find my cutter beforehand, so we're going to use a glass.
Whatever works.
Easy peasy. So my dough is chilled. It chilled for about a half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just rolling it out on a nice floured surface. And then super simple. I just cut little
Nice
circles there.
shape.
And then my dan filling, which I made with lamb,
Mm-hmm.
is actually a spin on Maddie Matheson's recipe. So there's lamb, Chinese 5 spice, hoisin sauce, peanut butter, tomato paste, flavor town. So
Sounds so good with the peanut butter. with the hoisin, you actually nailed it, because that's a lot of Asian cuisines have that. If whoever loved those Vietnamese salad roll, that
Yeah.
little sauce is actually hoisin and peanut butter. A lot
Yep.
of people are not
Absolutely.
aware of that.
I love that sauce. Um, and yeah, there's some onions and garlic and ginger as the base. I put a little cilantro in mine as well because I'm pretty sure that cilantro is a food group for me at this point in my life. I eat it on pretty much everything. Um, so I just put like a little, see, can you see there? Like a little teaspoon of filling
A teaspoon of filling.
into the pastry. And then I'm using egg wash to seal up the edges and just crimping it with a fork. So it's just, pull this up here for you. So it's just like folding over the edge, crimping it closed, and then I just take a fork and sort of go around the edge to make sure that it's nice and
It's sealed.
sealed up tight. Pretty simple, right?
Wow, it's simple if you really listen to you doing it. Of course,
I'll make
you
it look
know,
easy.
it's not simple for most people. I'm sure. Like I said, like I don't think those pictures that you put up are simple. I
No,
always
those
like,
are
how
so,
am I gonna ever do pictures like that? You think it's simple? Yeah, simple to you.
maybe I'll have to teach you sometime, you know?
Yeah. Hey, geez, I score already. She said she was gonna teach me, man.
And
Thank
I,
you for the show, Adam.
this is my big fancy camera right here that I use for all my photos. So if you
Uh
can
huh.
use those,
Well,
you can.
whatever that camera magic is, I don't seem so able to take photos like that.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of editing. A lot of editing goes into it.
That's a real trick that she's gonna tell us out right after the editing.
Oh yeah, I'll be spilling all my secrets tonight. So yeah, so once they're all sealed up, uh, I just give it a brush of egg wash and then Malden on everything, right? The
Mhm,
more salt, the better. Um, and then I throw it in a 425 oven for about 15 or 20 minutes.
mhm.
And they come out these like little tiny sort of, I wish we had smell-o-vision and you could hear it, but these little tiny pockets, they look like a Jamaican
Just want
flag.
to ask to let the audience know that on screen you were seeing Chef Dany Dugay's Instagram account that Adam was showing for everybody. Go
Oh,
look into those pictures, guys. I mean, it put a lot of cookbooks to shame, in my opinion.
oh, thank you so much. That's
And
so
and
nice.
no, I'm not just saying to you. It's just amazing pictures. And like I said, hey, I won today already. She says she will teach me.
I feel like I'm going to get held to this.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So that is a bacon and blueberry jam grilled cheese.
Uh-huh. Adam is like, look at that. Like she does have one of the most wonderful Instagram account. Like I'm not exaggerating. Those food, like it just, I don't know how to explain. Like as a chef, I look at them, I just like, whoa.
Wow. High praise, really.
Hmm.
So I thought tonight I could show some chimichurri as well, and that's my favorite thing to dip these guys in. Do you like chimichurri, Chef Ivan?
I do a lot. I mean, if you look at chimichurri, a lot of the ingredients is actually similar to one thing I use in Chinese, and we have a similar kind of chimichurri sauce, which pretty much made by ginger, green onion, and cilantro.
Oh
And,
yeah,
I think did you have my cold chicken dish that were one time at
yep,
the restaurant?
I did.
There's a little green sauce that we serve with it.
Okay.
That was the one. I can pretty much eat 3 bowl of rice just with that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
and,
yeah,
and
it's kind of
so
a
I've been hearing that you actually doing a lot of development on recipe now. Some
Mhm.
exciting project. Can you let the audience know that what you're up to, chef?
I can to an extent. It's still a little bit
Uh
hot,
oh.
but I am heading the culinary team of a new restaurant. So my role there is to come up with the menu, develop all of the recipes,
Hmm.
and then a chef will take over from there after that. But I'm really excited about it. It's totally out of my,
Oh, did I just let a
ordinary
secret out that
wheelhouse,
I'm not
but
supposed to?
oh, it's good. I would have told you if you couldn't say anything. But yeah, I just won't mention names yet, but it's going
Okay,
to
of
be
course,
in
yeah.
Bedford, and it should be opening towards the end of June or the beginning of July. So
Hmm.
I'm going to
Nice,
keep
exciting.
everybody posted about that on Instagram.
And just to fill in everybody a little bit story about how we met. I mentioned about Danny. I hope Danny is still watching. Um, Danny really sacrificed a lot to introduce you to me at that dinner, because at that dinner, I don't know if Danny tell you herself, I offered her the two seat for her and her boyfriend, right?
Yep, for
And,
good.
and then she was like, Chef, I have one chef I need to, introduce to you. Is it possible that she can buy another seat? And I was like, it's a little bit too tight. I
Yep.
can't. So I couldn't figure it out. I have to apologize. I couldn't figure it out with how tight we are, on the seating. And then I didn't wasn't aware of it. Danny showed up with you that night,
Ta-da!
and she actually dumped her boyfriend for that night to bring Chef Danny to me that night.
Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he knew that's what happened, and this isn't like he's watching.
Oh, Craig's watching. I don't know. But
Like you told me you were sick that night, but really we went to.
okay, well, whatever it is. But I felt it was like, Danny did a lot just to introduce. I was so glad that I get to know you, and like for my stupidity, I guess I never really come across your account, and since I know who you are, as soon as you left the restaurant, like the way we were talking with all those dishes,
Yep.
the first thing I did was call up my Instagram. Okay, I gotta look at her account. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't really saw all this time, and I start following you, and it's like, what an eye opener. And
Well, I recall this exactly because you had done a couple of, or I've been sort of privy to a couple of these dinners you had done, and I'm like, I gotta get on this list.
uh,
And so I think it was a couple days beforehand, I messaged Dany and I said like, you gotta get me on this list. I gotta go have one of these dinners. And yeah, she came through for me. So and how serendipitous. Here,
well, by dumping her boyfriend.
yeah,
That was it was crazy. I hope you enjoyed that dinner. It was fun.
it was amazing. I actually was showing pictures to my boyfriend like 2 or 3 nights ago when I was
Okay.
talking about this. I was like, you gotta see this food, that how much, like, of the abundance of food. Oh my goodness. I think
Yeah.
I talked to Andy Fillmore, I think like 2 days after that. He was still full from the meal, and I think so was I.
And, and, and okay, I'm gonna tell a story about Andy Fillmore. Uh, that night he showed up. Of course, it was a privilege to have him as the guest of honor and all those speeches and all that. It was really nice to have him start the Chinese New Year dinner. He do his speech, and then before we start service, we actually was told he is shellfish allergy.
Oh no.
And I run right straight to him, and that's the experience to me. Who will Andy Fillmore is?
Yeah.
I bump into him here and there, but I really have anything much to know about him. And then I run to him and say, Mr. Fillmore, like, I'm sorry, like, because those seafood we were having that night, and you
Yeah.
remember that lobster dish, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and it's like,
The lobster tower.
I was like, I'm sorry, but you know what? You know what he said to me? He said, I purposely let my assistant know not to tell you, because I do
Oh,
not want you to change anything of the menu for me.
well,
I
that's
will
how.
enjoy whatever you let me know that I can eat, and I will enjoy my evening with all those company. Wow. I was like, okay, this is why everybody love Andy Fillmore.
Well,
Yeah, like he's on Chit Chat Shop tomorrow night. So
oh,
yeah, like make sure don't miss that. I'm sure I will be watching. But that's a little story between me and Andy, and then since
Yeah.
then it was just like, wow, like our member of parliament is really so down to earth and so respectful to everybody.
Yeah, I love that story because nowadays people are, you know, very vocal about their dietary needs and
Mhm.
restrictions and all of these things. And so it's very rare that you hear the opposite nowadays.
Yeah, it was so funny because those lobster shit I have been putting out is one of the biggest thing that I have been making some noise with, I guess say.
Yep.
It's just like for my guest of honor cannot eat that. I was so embarrassed. I was like, but he was so nice about it, and he told me he purposely not letting me know, so I don't have to change it for the rest of the guests
Yeah.
as a whole. And it was such a memorable moment that he gave me about his personality, by serving the city and for us and everything. And I can tell you something. I never was big in getting into politics and this and that, but since those experience with Mr. Fillmore in the past year, I actually told my wife, next time when it's voting time, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Ever. I've been living in Canada since 1991. I never vote because I'm one of
Oh,
those quiet guys. I still want to do my own thing. I never really get into that. Like I don't
yeah.
know right or wrong, but since then, I feels like I want that person to run this place
I
because
agree.
how humble and nice he is.
Yeah,
You-
absolutely. I think Andy does a
you
great
bet the
job.
heck I'll be voting next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is how I felt about that story.
And he's a great advocate for small businesses like ours too, which is,
Hmm.
icing on the cake, really.
Hmm. Uh-oh, I gotta focus back on the food now.
Flying parchment paper here.
Hmm.
Now, shall I make you guys some chimichurri? What do you think? So, chimichurri is one of my favorite sort of staples in the kitchen because of how we can use up any herb we have on hand, any citrus, any
Hmm.
vinegar. You can use green onion, shallot, onion, white onion. It's really just sort of like a garbage condiment, like whatever you've got kicking around, throw
Hmm.
it in your chimichurri, right?
Chimichurri. Yeah.
Yep. So I happen to have basil, parsley, and cilantro, and you can even, for most herbs like parsley and cilantro, use
Mm.
stems, right? Which is great because we always have such an abundance of those in catering and things like this, right? So it's perfect for using that up. And then I'm just using dried oregano because that's what I
I
had.
want that. It's intense flavor.
Yeah, absolutely. And then chili flakes because I didn't have fresh, but you could use, bird's eye chili or jalapeno or habanero, whatever you got. I heard you were working with some chilies today, Chef Evan.
Yeah, I was actually spent about 2 3 hours cooking those chili oil. Trust me, I get a pretty good puff. I get a pretty good puff of of habanero when I was dumping those habanero into those boiling oil, and haven't happened to me for a while, and it's like I was choking for like probably good 20 minutes after that. Matter
I
of fact, I can still smell the habanero through my nose right now.
Yeah, I bet.
But now it's been great. I mean, it's kind of funny with this situation going on right now, and I always have those chili oil at the restaurant, just complimentary for the guests and
Yep.
stuff like that. And so many guests have been asking me to bottle them, bottle them. I'll buy them, bottle them. I buy them. So
Yeah.
I finally, because of the transition of the food business, I would say,
Yep.
we decided to change the form of a lot of items that we will be using. So I turned around. I said, "Well, let's bottle those chili oils." I did a small batch, and I'm proud to say we open for what 2 weekend now. Totally 24 hours opening hours.
Yep.
We sold 33 bottle of those,
Wow. Holy crap.
and
Good for
and,
you.
and, and that's why I was like, oh my god, they're gone. I gotta make more. I probably made about 40 bottle today. So with the way I was choking, if anyone want chili oil, better be quick because I don't know when I will have the guts to make another batch.
And I mean, there's plenty of years in there. Yeah, get your hands on it while it's hot.
Oh, they're good. I love them. Um, it's pretty nice to make those. Really glad to know people like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll get my hands on some now that I know it's for sale.
I'll put a bottle aside for you. Don't worry.
Oh, there you go. Special treatment.
Uh-huh. Oh shoot! Did I just say in public?
Hey, I'm going to teach you how to take food photos. You're going to give me chili oil.
Okay,
Harder
okay,
than
okay, okay.
anything.
That's a fair trade. Okay,
Yes,
that work.
I'd say. I'm just throwing in some garlic in here. I'm putting three cloves in because I love garlic. And then I had green onion, so that's what I'm using. And then uh, for my vinegar, just some red wine vinegar. That's pretty classic for a chimichurri, and I had
Hmm.
some, so that's what we're going with.
Yeah, nice.
Um, now, so everything's in my food processor. Should I blend it, or what do you think?
And it. Give it a
Yeah.
go.
All right. And so
Hi, Christine.
we're
Christine White just joined us,
we're
and Chef Alain say look awesome. Also, Andrew.
oh, Sam's from Pete's. Hi, Sam. Got friends joining here.
Uh huh. She is popular. That's why I was so upset that I never met her until Danny brought her that night. I
Is
feel
it
so little, you know.
you said she too? She
Okay, okay, okay. He's gonna mute your mic. Yeah, so use your processor.
okay.
Our producer is actually doing work today. It's such a fun environment that we I love doing these shows. You know, thanks Adams, thanks Chef Andrew and everybody. I think we really have uh, a show that's is a happy show that we give out a lot of message and I also want to. I know it's bad, but I'm gonna bring out my sister who is a nurse at the hospital, and I've been saying I want to do something for the healthcare workers. Okay, I finally let it know now. I know Gabby's watching. Tomorrow afternoon, it was supposed to be a surprise, but I'm going to tell everybody we are sending a bunch of lunches to the hospital for the nurses.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'll be wake up like 5, 6 in the morning tomorrow, make a bunch of food and pack up probably 80 to 100 lunch boxes. And my sister, as a nurse, and she will able to go in there and she will hand them out to all the workers at the hospital. Um, really proud to say that we are doing that. It was my sister's idea, and I'm so happy I'm part of it. And you know, that's uh, that's something we are doing tomorrow as a family.
That's amazing, Chef Ivan. Good for you for doing that. We do what we can, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
okay, this is all blended up here. My nice hot pink spatula there. See? Ooh. So nice and blended up, herbaceous. Gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper.
mhm.
That's it. That's chimichurri. It's like the easiest,
I guess
most
I'll leave it to Chef Danny to answer these questions.
okay.
Christine White is asking, "What are we making?" She just joined the show. I'll leave it to Chef to explain.
So we put together some lamb dan dan hand pies in a Jamaican patty style pastry, and we're making a chimichurri condiment to dip the hand pies in. So this is sort of I made some finished product, you know. So this is this little bite size lamb filled deliciousness.
My God, I would. Can we can we save up a few and you can drop it off at my restaurant?
See now, but now you're gonna owe me something again. This is just gonna keep
All right.
going and going.
Well, I can. You gotta keep the trading going somehow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's nice. And so I guess a lot of audience have been watching what we're making with Chef Dany Duguay tonight, and I would also like Chef to let everybody knows after they look at all those amazing pictures of your amazing Instagram account, how can they get a hold of you if they want you to maybe cook for them or teach them how to do things, and like being part of your business and become your client, and if you like
Okay,
to.
great. Yeah. So, I mean, email or phone, but my primary sort of social media channel is Instagram. That's where I do all my posting, and I have a little link up in the bio there where you can get some information on pricing and all that. But I offer lots of different services. I do in-home private chef and personal chef services. I also do dinner parties and catering, recipe development, food photography, you name it. Why not do it all, right?
We gotta get a price for food photography now.
So yeah, keeping busy. And I think once all of this settles, it's going to be, I'm noticing this trend towards maybe people wanting to do a lot more of these stay at home, have somebody come cook for you, not going out to restaurants so much, but maybe finding a balance between the two now, which is kind of cool because I think a lot of people ate out a lot before, and maybe they've learned that, the comfort of home. So
Mm,
I'm definitely going to put together some packages for when everything gets back up
nice. That's
and
gonna
orders
be.
and dinners.
I know my sister's watching. Hey, Gabby, you know what I want for my birthday, right?
Now she's on the hook.
But I've been talking to Chef Danny about it, and I guess I'm gonna let everybody know that we have an idea that hopefully things start opening up. We will be doing a forehand dinner ourselves. Um, I think we are gonna be such a good, um, I would say, partner in the kitchen. Oh, Gabby said I heard it. I know what my sister says she heard it. What I want for birthday. She'll be giving you phone calls. But I think it's going to be such an amazing experience with my skill set and your art. I don't know how to explain that artistic food image that you can create, and I think it's going to be an amazing experience for myself to learn from you, being work with you.
We can learn from each other. I
Yeah,
mean, I
and
know that
hopefully
I'm
this pandemic is gonna be allow us to able to do that soon. That will be one of my next dream I want to be part of. And again, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks Chef Dany Duguay to have her busy time to come join us tonight and make such some lovely food and let everybody knows how beautiful her Instagram account is. And again, thanks Adam. I cannot say thank you enough because Adam created this show for us,
thanks, Adam.
and I try to be a messenger, and I will use a minute or two to mention a story tonight. In the city, there's a lot of restaurant closing lately, and one of my good friends, so one of the best restaurant in city, Water and Bone, Chef Jimmy McCauley is one of my good friend, and I actually talked to Jamie today, and I offer Jamie to be our guest in the next 2 weeks whenever he have time. He have a new up and coming business, and he have been his online shopping is up already, and we want to be helping each others, and that's the message that we want to send out because Adam's production is called Caring Counts, and we want to carry that such nice line of his productions and I really want to care about this good friend of mine who is amazing chefs, and I tell um, Jamie that he should come on our show one night, make a little snack with his new ramen products that he will be selling. Um, so hopefully he will
Whew,
join us. Whoa!
my pan popped from sitting on the ground.
So no, I just want to let everybody knows, and we want to become a community media that a platform that Adam gave me and Chef Andrew to be part of that I'm really honored with. and send out messages for each others. We send out helping messages for each others, and that's why I didn't even tell Adam yet, but that's what I did. And when I was talking to Jamie today, hopefully he will approve the idea, and I'm sure why not. But this is what I want to carry caring counts it with Nate Night Slack in the future as a really happy show. We're chatting, happy, food, and don't worry about all those negative things. And we try to inject some positive feeling to you. So again, thanks everybody. Thanks, Chef Dany Duguay. It's such an honor, privilege to have you tonight. I also want to thanks Dany from Craving Halifax again to introduce me to this amazing talented chefs. And have a good night, everybody. I'll see you guys next one. Good night.